So here we are talking right after a humdinger of a clash between New Zealand and South Africa in the first semi-final of the 2015 World Cup. It's a tribute to the effort put in by Brendan McCullum to have rebuilt this New Zealand side from the ruins of the performance that they had in South Africa 2 years ago. From that South Africa to this South Africa, New Zealand has made quite a giant leap in their cricket. And here to talk more about New Zealand's performance and their magnificent win yesterday is with me Bharat Sundaresan, the special correspondent of the Indian Express. Welcome to the show, Bharat.
Thanks, Chandresh. And I was just listening to you there. And it was a South African-born guy who taught the Proteas how to keep your nerve in a World Cup semi-final. And what a knock by Grant Elliott. When the World Cup squads were announced, everybody was like, Grant who? Because he hadn't played a game for New Zealand for close to 2 years or a year and a half. He was 34 when he played his last game, an age where you think most people are finished. And here he is at 36 playing an innings like that. And at the end of the innings, I mean, with Vettori and Elliott there, two 36-year-olds, who said one-day cricket is a country not for old men anymore?
That's quite right, Bharat. I think who would have hoped for Grant Elliott to be the hero for New Zealand? I think Grant Elliott and Corey Anderson showed yesterday that New Zealand is not just about the top four in batting. It also has some depth, and I have a feeling that we haven't seen the best of Luke Ronchi as yet, because he's a talent as well, because he was mismanaged by Australia and Mumbai Indians. Both didn't know how to handle him. So I think New Zealand has shown that they are not just about the top four and the top four in the bowling. They have some meat in between as well.
Definitely, but once again it was Brendan McCullum who got things going for him and going for them, and that's so crucial. My only worry is, can he do it at the MCG, bigger boundaries, because he's done it across New Zealand. Again, they're going to play without the home support they've had. So that's going to be their biggest challenge. I mean, but we'll talk about that part later. I felt that I was worried once Ross Taylor got out, because we hadn't seen the lower order show the temperament that you need in a big run chase, and I thought they were like just big hitters. That was the common perception. So they changed that with that partnership, Elliott and Anderson. And yeah, like you said, Ronchi. Just 2 months ago, he hit 170 in a one-day to win a match against Sri Lanka. So his best is yet to come. But my dream moment was Daniel Vettori in the end there hitting that boundary. I think that is what won them the game. I know Elliott's six was the oh my god moment, but the Vettori boundary, everybody talks about how South Africa missed out on going past the World Cup semi-finals on 3 occasions. So has Vettori, but he's made it fourth time lucky.
Absolutely right. And interesting bit is that I wrote about it yesterday for the IndianExpress.com. Vettori and Grant Elliott were involved in a partnership 6 years ago at the 2009 Champions Trophy, again in a semi-final, but only that time it was against Pakistan. So they've done it again 6 years on, and this time against South Africa. I think coming to South Africa, I think our fears about South Africa's bowling came true.
Exactly, and the fact that AB de Villiers was bowling at a stage where only 6 overs was left, really, I mean, it symbolized the bowling issues that they had throughout the tournament. And when you see a South African fielding side come apart the way they did, AB de Villiers missing runouts, catches being dropped, like crucial catches. I mean, Grant Elliott's catch that Farhan Behradien dropped, that was the turning point, to be honest. I mean, there were so many turning points in a match which ideally should have been the final, in my opinion. Two great teams facing each other in an epic encounter. But like the fact that catch turned it around for them, and that's when you thought that yes, I mean, South Africa are going home early yet again. And Dale Steyn, I mean, yeah, he couldn't defend 14 runs in the last over, but he'd gone for 46 runs in his first 4 overs. And Vernon Philander again, AB de Villiers didn't know when to use him, and the fact that he introduced Vernon Philander every time a new batsman came into bat allowed New Zealand to form partnerships, and that whole run chase was built around partnerships. I mean, yes, I mean, Grant Elliott made 80 odd, but you saw at least 4 partnerships that took them towards the target before Vettori and him finished it off.
Absolutely right. And also what yesterday's performance proved is that South Africa has a great test match attack, but we're not quite sure about them in one-day cricket and T20 cricket as yet.
And we said that 1.5 months ago, and a lot of people laughed at us because, yes, I mean, Morne Morkel ended up being their best bowler in this tournament, along with Imran Tahir. I mean, till the time Imran Tahir was in the attack, or whenever he was brought on, it looked like South Africa had a chance. And I think that's where maybe AB de Villiers missed a trick by not giving him a lengthy spell. By lengthy, I mean at least a 4-over spell. Maybe he could have taken a couple of wickets or so. But yeah, this South African one-day attack cannot be rated along the likes of Australia's or New Zealand's or even India's.
That's quite right. And what's more ironic is that Imran Tahir doesn't find a place in South Africa's Test 11. He was dropped a couple of months ago against West Indies, and here he is as one of South Africa's leading lights in one-day cricket at this World Cup. That's it from us on the review of the South Africa-New Zealand semi-final. We'll come back with a review of the India-Australia semi-final, hopefully with some good news, right here on Indian Express's YouTube channel with World Cup Express.